Welcome, and here we go. All right, we're going to look at how to make your own paintbrush in Photoshop. So you can download paintbrushes from the internet. Here is the paintbrush tool on the left-hand side here. And the way that it works is it will allow you up here to look, here's all the paintbrushes that are available to me. I can choose one and then choose the size of it and then paint with it. So currently, this is a text layer. I have to make a new layer down here. Okay, and on this layer, then I could paint with it. See, there we go. All right. Let's dive into how to make your own paintbrush. So what you need is a photo or another image, basically a vector image or a clip art image. Clip art works really well. And we're going to make it into a paintbrush. So to do that, I have already downloaded a few. So let's make this tree into a paintbrush. It goes with the word forest, so let's do it. So in order to do that, you want a transparent image. So you can see that this clip art image is transparent. It's got the checkerboard behind it, and I can move it around, and it's not a false checkerboard. Because sometimes when you pull in images off the internet, the checkerboard is actually part of a JPEG, and then it's not actually transparent. Transparent images usually have the ending, and you'll see it up here, .png, and that means the background is transparent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this whole thing because the background is transparent. So I'm drawing a box around the outside using the rectangular marquee tool, and you'll see now I have ants around the whole thing. I'm then going to go up here and go to Edit, and we're going to look for Define Brush Preset. So Define Brush Preset, now you'll see here, there's the tree that I outlined, and I'm actually going to call this Tree. We're going to call it Tree. And click OK. And now, look, it's turned my paintbrush, see, I'm on paintbrush, into a tree. So if I was doing something like, let's say I wanted to make my forest words have trees around them or near them. What I can do is down here in the foreground background part, choose colors, so I can make the trees any color I want. I'm going to go with a green because it's a tree. And I am on a new layer because you cannot work in a text layer that's active. So I'm in a new layer, and there you go. And you can see it even keeps some of the detail. You can change the size. So let's say I wanted a tiny tree. Oh look, now it looks like broccoli. You can hold it and draw with it, although it loses its shape when you do that. But you can make virtually anything that has very defined edges like clip art into a brush. So let's try another one. I'm going to open another one. Let's make some mountains into a brush. And I'm going to, again, this is a .png, which means the background is transparent because you can see the check marks. And I'm going to, using the rectangular marquee tool, draw a box around the whole thing. And then I'm going to go up here to Edit, Define Brush Presets, and we're going to call it Mountains. Click OK. And now if I want to go back into the document I was working on with Forest, and we'll make it brown like it was originally. How about somewhere in there? Sure, why not? Now you can see it's going to be that big initially, but I could reduce it or increase it in size. So I could, you know, fill in little pieces with little mountains in here. Now I can hear you saying, Jones, this is not working out so well because it is kind of see-through and it doesn't have everything that I want it to have. And you can do it more than once to get it really filled in like that. Or you can leave it like this. And depending on the hierarchy of things, so if I put the layer behind the forest part, now you can see that forest goes over top of the words. So remember your layers panel is really great for hierarchy, and that's how you make other images into paintbrushes. So you can do that with any clip arty kind of image. It has to have a defined edge. It doesn't do very well with pictures. So do something that's got a defined edge.